Hey lads, welcome to day 98 of my series to get to 2100 on Chess.com. I played 2 games today. The first one was a Caro-Kann Tartakower, and the second one was I played the white pieces and I was faced with, on move 1, knight c6, which is the Mikėnas Defense, a move that I rarely see, so do check this video out all the way through. It's going to be exciting. Over on Patreon, I've also released the first video of a new series, day 1 of Blitz to 2000. In this video, I play a very interesting gambit, and in the video, I do get into the gambit and talk about how to play the gambit more. So if you are interested in sort of more aggressive gambity chess, I think this will be good for you. If you do want to go check that out, Patreon link is in the description of this video. Let's jump into the games today. All right, here we are with game 1. Let's see who we play. A 2023 from Bosnia. And we're going for a Caro-Kann this game, which you've probably seen a lot of on my channel. But this is a Tartakower, knight f6. Usually they take. And yeah, if he had decided to go back, that's the mainline Caro-Kann, and we push h5. But in this variation, we get the doubled pawns, and he's brought his bishop out straight away. I'm gonna put my bishop here regardless, and trade off. And here I will castle, develop my bishop, and play rook e8. Now this is a bit different because I don't have that dark squared bishop, and I'm not entirely sure if my move was completely correct, but I think what I need to do is get this piece involved. Now, do I go a6, c7 and come over this way? No. Here, and usually you guard this square. But if I come this way instead, maybe I can get involved in an attack over here. Don't really know. It's annoying not having the c7 bishop, and I need to look into that afterwards. We'll check the engine to see if what I've done has been completely correct. But do I come this way, and maybe situate the knight onto this square? I think I do. Let's put it on d5. I think the knight on d5 looks pretty good. Okay, so here he's just attacking my bishop. And I really don't want to trade pieces if I can help it. But take, rook e8 comes with tempo. The queen has to move. Where's the queen gonna go? Maybe here? And then do we have some kind of rook left? I don't think so. Maybe knight here. I mean, that's all dependent if the queen goes to d3. Maybe the queen doesn't go to d3. Not entirely sure. But I think if I keep the bishop on, he can't come here. I think keeping the bishop on is fine. If I keep the bishop on, I come to this square. Then maybe he wants to play here, but he can't. He wants to play here, but he can't. So I think maybe keeping the bishop on is a decent move. So he comes back to here. He's targeting this one. And I can't play this because he just takes. And I can't lift the rook. This is a weak pawn. So I think we need to just play b6. Just to defend the pawn. And maybe the knight can come here. Okay, so now he's trying to go after my queen. Can we play this and also look at this? Here, if the bishop moves, take, take, take is a back rank. And we're threatening b5. The knight won't be able to move. Well, I guess it could come here. Here, here. Maybe. Not sure. So now he's looking at my queen. I can just take, take, and the pawns are doubled. Which seems decent. I really don't want to like swap off pieces, but here he's going to take this one here. That's annoying. What if here, 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 and I'm looking at this one? I don't know. Can also just play the knight up. I think I'm going to do this. Because after takes, take. And if he takes this one, I can just capture here, here, here. I have an isolated pawn. Maybe this is wrong. What if I go bishop here and I don't even take the knight? Then he has to move the knight. The knight comes back. Yeah, we do need to take it. And we have an isolated pawn. Okay, and he doesn't even go for it. Okay, so what about bishop here? If he takes, we take with rook. Bishop here, if he takes here, we take here or here. I think this is fine. I'm just going to let him decide. Either way, I'm going to have a pawn on d5, which is isolated, and I'm not entirely sure if what I've done is correct. But now I'm threatening to double his pawns. So now I take with check, he takes, and I can take this one and double the pawns, and now I don't have a pawn on d5, which seems good. And doubled pawns here might be an issue for him, but it looks very drawish, doesn't it? If I move the rook, he just takes here and I'm isolated. So I think I have to capture. And do I want to trade queens? Not really. But I'm not entirely sure what else I'm going to do here. Let's just swing the rook over to the open file. Now it's a king and pawn endgame. You love to see it. Okay, do I push here? I think so. Here he pushes. So let's not allow him to do that. Although here he pushes regardless. Then we push. Then he pushes. Actually, I think this is good. I'm going to put my pawn on b4. Okay, and he doesn't allow it. So now I want to come here. He pushes, we take. I think his pawns are going to run out of moves here. So here, take, take. Ah, that's annoying. Here, takes, annoying. I'm going to go here and then play this. You can lock everything up with h5. He didn't play it, which I think was a mistake. Now, if I play back and he pushes forwards, then I come back in. If I play back and he takes, I take. Either way, I don't want to take here because it undoubles these pawns. I push this one. I push this one. He just takes. I push this one, and then here, take, and I'm kind of trying to break free with this one. It's not obvious. Take, here, here, and I run this way. Blocking this one and this one. I don't know if I can win this, but it looks like his king's going to have to come over here and get this one. And the thing is these are all locked up. And now I win. Happy days. Here is stalemate. Here, if he comes up. I'm trying to remember. Here, he goes here. Then here. Then here. Wait. I'm trying to remember. Check here. If he goes here, I'm fine, because I can go here. Check here. If he goes here, I go here and then here. Okay. I was just trying to remember. I just go here. He offered me a draw, but he has to go to this square. And now he can take the pawn. And we just chase with the king. GG. Wow. I don't know how I managed to get a win there, but we are up to 2046, one game from my peak. But let's see where we went wrong, because I think trading that bishop off, that dark squared bishop, wasn't entirely correct. So let's have a look and see. An 89.8. Wow. Okay, so we actually played fantastically. But let's see. So this was correct to trade off the bishop. And here, castling was incorrect because we had a check here. And if he blocks with a pawn, we win this pawn. If he doesn't block with a pawn, we don't take this one. Maybe queen. So let's see. If we check here, his best response is probably queen d2, is it? No, it is c3. Queen d2, we still take. So c3, queen takes. Queen e2 check, forcing the queen trade. And I'm just up a pawn. Yes, I have a doubled pawn, but this is what you would do against the early bishop f4. Good to know. I'm going to keep that in my mind. You don't castle as quickly as you think. Yeah, coming here was maybe slightly more inaccurate because bishop takes here and the pawns are doubled, but this is a good bishop here. And here I got into a bit of trouble with the pawn coming to d5. So the knight move was incorrect. But my opponent played that very well. It all just came down to him messing up here. And what's his actual move here? It's just to push. And he took the pawn. Yeah, he needed to push. And if he pushes here and I push and he pushes and I push, he pushes, I push, he gets a queen, I get a queen, and it's his move and it's completely equal. Anyway, lads, let's go for a game 2. 2046 against a 2088 from the Philippines. And he's brought his knight out. And I know I'm supposed to push here. And I hit it. But I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to put my knight here. And I'm hoping he plays this move. He doesn't. He goes for some weirdo opening. Okay. So taking here, he takes here. It's everything I don't want. So let's push. And then we'll play pawn to e4 and have a strong center. And I'm completely out of book. He's moved his knight a billion times. And I'm not entirely sure what to do here. So this is going to be a difficult game. But let's try to just follow principles. And the principles we follow in chess are develop your minor pieces and then get castled. So let's try to think, where do we want our pieces? I think the bishop can come here just to defend this weak pawn. He's probably going to play this at some point. If we play knight here, he goes here. Take kicks this away and we win this. Actually, this looks fine. I'm going to put the knight here. So yeah, f5 doesn't bother me. And now he attacks this pawn. So let's double down on the defense. And we could have pinned here. And losing this bishop doesn't bug me. In fact, I like putting the bishop here because it gives me an extra attacker here. So let's go for this. All right, he just pulls back, which is very odd. Let's castle. And my pieces are developed well, but I don't know what's going on with this position. We could sack here. Nothing yet. His piece wants to come to this square. So what if I push here? He goes here. Knight here. He comes here. We just take. I think this is fine for us. And I'm going to take off this bishop. Here and here. Here, 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 here. Maybe we just take it off. I don't think it's wrong because it doubles his pawns. But also, if we take here, this pawn's weak. So let's go for this. This doesn't bother me. Here, he takes here, I take here, and his bishop's trapped. Here, here. Bishop here looking at this. C5. Take, take. What about C5 take? No, because the queen's in danger. So C5, take, take. He has to take here to save his bishop. We recapture. He captures. Yeah, I don't like it. So let's go here. Now I'm wondering, does this move work? Take, 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 and go after this pawn. Maybe. Let's put the bishop here. A very odd game. I think I'm doing okay because of the doubled pawns. But there's not much of an edge other than that. Lads, if we win this game, we will be at our all-time peak. Which would be insane. Okay, so he brings the knight in. He's looking for my light squared bishop, but this isn't even a good bishop. He takes here. I'm happy recapturing, I think. And now this is going to be weak. So here, take, 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 take. Take, take. I think this is fine. What does that move do? Here, here. And he's got an isolated pawn. This pawn is very weak. So take here, 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 here. I'm holding this one. Push, take, take. He goes after my bishop. Don't know, maybe bishop here, but then we lose this one. Maybe just bishop here. Then he goes here. Okay, let's try to keep it simple. Because he's got an isolated pawn here. I mean, I do too. Here, here, and he's got two attackers here. I need more time. I need a wee bit more time. I think I can put the bishop here because it targets the base of the pawn chain. And now I need to defend this one. But this doesn't do it. But now I can at least get my rook active. I will recapture my bishop if he takes. I will recapture the knight if he takes. But what about g4? This is an idea I need to think about. I think... Okay, and then now he's pinning this one. Okay, so what about g4 here? It doesn't work. What about g3? Kind of forces this. This is fine. Okay, let's do it. Oh, he takes this one. I literally see as soon as I move. That is not good by me. And now I lost my queen. Why do I move so quickly? I'm an idiot. I'm actually so stupid. Lads, why do I move so quickly? I mean, it's so obvious. It's just disgustingly bad. It's really bad. And here, I have to go here. Don't know if I can even survive this. And that's going to be mate. No? Yeah, that's mate. Okay, my opponent played very well. I just let everything go. That was so bad. I think I had a winning position. I mean, not winning, but I think I was slightly ahead. Okay, it looks like I wasn't. Okay, so I know that this is correct. It's just a position I'm not familiar with. And it just wants me to... Oh, of course. I learned this whole concept in my chess study. If there's a knight on g6 or b6 or b3 and g3, just push the flank pawns, because you're just basically destroying this knight. It's the simple way to get an advantage. It's just pushing the flank pawns. And I know this. I just forgot to do it. I need to play odd openings like this in the future more. Yeah, okay. All right, I misplayed. We're down to 2039. Thanks for watching, lads, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye for now.